Good morning, all. Very good morning. Is my voice is audible? Are you able to see the screen? And okay, mark your attendance using 3 parameters. So once again, good morning, all. So this is the video lecture on design and analysis of algorithms. We are currently discussing module 3, the greedy method. So in that we have going to discuss a new topic called as job sequencing with deadlines. Okay, so in today's class, we will have a brief review of job sequencing with deadlines. Okay, so how to sequence a group of jobs with their deadlines. So that we shall see in today's class. So some of you have doubts on job sequencing in the last class. So I am explaining it again, kindly go through. So first, job sequencing with the deadlines, you go with a problem statement. So those who have not understood, kindly understand the concept here. So given an array of n jobs, so sequence of jobs are to be completed within deadlines. So given an array of n jobs, so every job has a deadline. Okay, so that means deadline means this job is to be completed within particular time. Okay, so if job, what is the meaning of deadline? So it is a time duration given to complete the job within particular time. So that is the deadline. Okay, so that is nothing but due date, whatever you can take it. So every job has associated profit. So the every job has a profit if job is finished before the deadline. So if you are finishing it within the deadline, so then every job has an associated profit. Okay, so there is a profit if the job is completed before deadline. Okay, so given that every job takes single unit of time for processing, so how much time it will take? It will take 1 unit of time. So every job takes 1 unit of time for processing. Okay, so how the jobs can be scheduled to maximize the total profit if only one job can be scheduled at a time. So now you have to come for the problem statement. There are so many jobs. So job is associated with a deadline and every job has a profit if the job is finished before deadline, and it takes how much time? It takes single unit of time for processing. So now you come for the concept. So how the jobs can be scheduled to maximize total profit if only one job can be scheduled. So many jobs are there, but at a time you can schedule only one job at a time. So how the jobs can be scheduled, that you shall see in this particular topic. So come for this is the example we have taken. So how many jobs are there? 4 jobs. Okay, so n is equal to 4. So n equals 4 means there are 4 jobs. So 4 jobs are there. Their jobs deadline time. This is the deadline time and this is the profit they get. Okay, so which is the deadline time? D1, D2, D3, D4. So deadline time will be in terms of milliseconds. So deadline means what? It is time. So time will be in terms of milliseconds. Okay, so what is the time given for job 2? Can anybody can answer? So here job 1, job 2, job 3, job 4. So each job will have deadline 1, deadline 2, deadline 3, deadline 4. So with their profit. Okay. So what is the deadline for job 2? How much time we are going to give it for job 2? Yes, answer here. How much time you are going to give for job 2? Job 2 is having deadline how much? What is the deadline for job 2? How much time? Yes, tell me what is the deadline time for job 2? Job number 2. Yes, answer it here. How much time is the deadline given for job 2? So you have how many jobs? N equals 4. Job 1, job 2, job 3, job 4. Okay. So each job will have the profit. What is the profit? They have taken it as P1, P2, P3, P4 with a time to complete the job. So D1 is the deadline time for job 1, D2 deadline time for job 2, D3 deadline time for job 3, and D4 deadline time for job 4. So what is the deadline time for job 2? Job 2 deadline time is 1 milliseconds. So similarly for D1 it is 2 milliseconds, D3 2 and D4 1. Okay. So now can you tell what is the deadline time for job 2? So now each job requires 1 unit time for processing. How much it requires? 1 unit time for processing the feasible solutions and their values. So how to find the feasible solutions? So in order to find the feasible solutions, go with a subset of if n is equal to 4, you go with the subsets. Okay, so subset first you go with 1, 2, 3, 4 individual one. Next you go with a 2 combination. That is how many jobs? 4 jobs. 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4, and finally 3, 4. So write the feasible solutions here. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. You can go with 2, 3, 2, 4, and then you have 3, 4. Okay. So now you come for the processing sequence. So which takes less time, that should be processed first. So from 1 and 2, job number 1 and job number 2, which takes less time. So, so job number 1 and job number 2. So which takes less time? So job 1 time is 2 milliseconds. Job 2, D2, its time is 1 milliseconds. So which takes less time? Anybody can tell? Job 2 is going to take 1 milliseconds. Job 1 will go with 2 milliseconds. So which is to be processed first? So that's why we are going to process job 2 first, because it takes 1 millisecond, and job 1 which takes 2 milliseconds. So processing sequence, if your feasible solution is 1 and 2, processing sequence is according to time taken. So D1, first you will get D2, next you will get D1. So feasible solution, what is the value you have? So D1 will go with 100, D2 will go with 10. So 100 plus 10 is 110. Now you come for 1 and 3. So 1 and 3, what is the time taken? 1 also 2, 3 also 2. So you can either you can process both, as you have both the values are same. So you can either process 1 comma 3 or you can process 3 comma 1. The value is 1. What is the value of P1 and 3? 115. That is 115. Now you go with 1 and 4. So 1 and 4. 1 takes 2 milliseconds, 4 takes 1 millisecond. So which is to be processed first? 4 followed by 1. So 100 plus 27, that is 127. Okay, so then now you come for 2 comma 3. So 2 comma 3, it is 1 and 2. So which is less time? D2. So D2 is less time. That's why you have written it as 2 comma 3. So 2 comma 3, it is 10 plus 15 is equal to 25. Next you go with 3 comma 4. So 3 is 2, 4 is 1. So 4 comes first, 3 comes next. So given as 4 comma 3, it is 42. So because 15 plus 27, 3 and 4, this is 1 2 3 4. So 3 and 4 will go with 15 plus 27 is equal to 42. So now you come in, take individually. So 1 2 3 4, only this part you have not gone with 1 2 3 1 2 4 2 3 4 like that. So only you have gone with one's combination, the other one is 2 combination. So if number of items are 4, totally you will get how many subsets? If n is equal to 4, okay, so how many subsets you will get? How many subsets you can get for n is equal to 4? Yes, if n is equal to 4, how many subsets you will get? So that is how many subset? It is 2 power 4. So 2 power 4 you will get 1's combination, 2's combination, 3's combination. So 1's combination is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2's combination is 1, comma 2, 1, comma 3, 1, comma 4, 2, comma 3, 2, comma 4, 3, comma 4. Then you go with a 3's combination. So 3's combination is 1, 2, 3. Next 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So totally how many subsets you will get? 2 power 4 is equal to 16 subsets you will be getting. Understood? All those values will be given here. So now you come for the algorithm. So greedy strategy to solve the job sequencing problem is at each time select the job that satisfies the constraints. So select the job that satisfies the constraints and gives maximum profit. So you have to select the job. So which is the job you select, which gives maximum profit? So which gives maximum profit here? So here you can see first maximum profit is P1 and next maximum profit is P4. So P1 comma 4, that is 127. That is the highest value what you are getting. So consider the jobs in non-increasing order of P. So non-increasing order means decreasing order. So decreasing means 100, 27, 15, 10. So in that, which is the highest deadlines, that is, you will get P1, P4, P3, P2. So final thing is P2 will be executed. So come for the algorithm here. So greedy job DJN. Okay. So what is D? Can you tell what is D? What is D? What is D? What is N? Here we have taken greedy job DJN. So what is D and what is N and what is J? Yes, reply me. What is the value? What is D? What is N? So D is nothing but deadline time. What is N? N is nothing but number of jobs. What is J? J is the set of jobs that can be completed by the deadline. So initially you will have minimum how many jobs? Minimum you should have one job to complete. Okay. So minimum you should have one job to complete for I equals for I equals 2 to n, do. Okay, if all jobs in J union I can be completed. So keep in your mind, initially J equals 1. That means there will be one job at least. So I will start from 2. So for one job, 1 is finished. So you will start with 2 to n. So if all jobs in J union I can be completed by the deadlines, so then you can tell J is equal to J union I. So keep in your mind, J initially number of jobs will be J equals 1 and I equals 2 to n. Okay, so if all jobs in J union I can be completed by the deadlines, then you can tell J is equal to J union I. Okay, so int JS DJN, same thing you have taken DJN here. So JS means it is job sequencing. Here we have taken greedy job, but here I have taken JS, job sequencing. So for that DJN, what is D? Deadline time. What is J? Number of jobs. J is nothing but set of jobs. N is number of jobs. So take the same thing. Initially, D of I, deadline should be, it should be greater than or equal to 1. It can't be 0. So for time taken to complete should be always greater than or equal to 1. So number of jobs, you can go with 1 less than or equal to I, less than or equal to n are the deadlines. And number of jobs should be greater than or equal to 1. The jobs are ordered such that P of 1, that means profit of job 1 should be greater than profit of job 2 and it should be greater than P of n, that is profit of last job. Okay, so all the profit should be ordered in decreasing order. So J of I is the ith job in the optimal solution. So J of I is nothing but ith job in the optimal solution with 1 less than or equal to I less than or equal to K. Also at termination, D of J of I should be less than or equal to D of J of I plus 1. So keep in your mind, deadline profit should be profit of job 1 should be greater than profit of job 2. Profit of job 2 should be greater than profit of job 3. But come for the deadline. So D of J of I should be less than or equal to D of J of I plus 1. So deadline should be in increasing order, because while processing, what is the deadline job you take? So smaller deadlines jobs are completed first, then goes the next one. Here you can see D2 is completed followed with D1. Okay. So which jobs are completed first? D1 for D2 is completed first because it takes 1 milliseconds. This is 2 comma 1 is nothing but you take it with, so 2 comma 1 you take it means processing sequence job 2 followed by job 1. Okay, so that's why you take D of J of I should be less than or equal to D of J of I plus 1. So this is the condition. Initially D of 0 equals J of 0 is equal to 0, J of 1 equals 1, K equals 1. Consider the jobs in non-increasing order. So jobs in non-increasing order of profit. So that is this is the programming code we have taken. So J of R should be greater than D of I, and J of R not equal to R, keep decrementing R. If D of J of R is less than or equal to D of I and D of I is greater than R, so this is the job sequencing algorithm. So this programming example we shall go with a next. I will be in the next class. So this is the algorithm what we have taken for the job sequencing. Okay, so this is up to today's class. So I hope you all got understood. So I understood, go through the video lectures. So I will be ending this particular class now. So thank you all. Stay home, stay safe.